Okay, so I'm already out and about. Jesus, it's hot in here. I should have taken my jacket off. Today Crasher and I ordered our new futon for our living room. We just want to get a futon because we don't want to spend a ton of money on couches. I'm not one of those parents who's all like, don't jump on the couch, don't, like, they're kids. I want them to be kids, so I don't want them feeling like they can't, what's the word I'm searching for? They can't act like kids. The last couch I bought, it was like that for me, and I just didn't like it. I was just like, go ahead, like, let's go ahead and just get a futon that's cheap. It was only like $200 or $300. I think it was $300. And let's just let the kids be kids. And then this way too, instead of getting a sofa sleeper, we're just getting a futon so that the kids can, have sleepovers on it and stuff. Like my niece and my daughter can sleep in the living room and watch movies and crap. And then we bought, I'll do an Amazon haul because I rarely shop at Amazon, but when I get the packages, I'll record them. We got Dylan a bathing cap because he requested one. We had to return his white suit for his graduation, so we exchanged it for a bigger size. We got an exercise ball for me and some tape for my joints because my whole life my knee has been like bad. So now that I'm doing boxing and exercising and working out more, I need to do something with my knee and my elbow. I'm like, with the boxing, hold on. With the boxing, it's hurting my left elbow, my left knee. So that's the deal with that. What else do we get? We got something for the computer. Crasher fixed the computer yesterday, so hopefully we'll start pumping out more better quality videos instead of me just like recording and uploading. I can have some nicely edited videos, and do it that way. You are acting like a goofball, bro. All right. I cleaned the kitchen today. I did some organizing. I should have recorded it, but I was in my nightgown. And two, it was just like a little thing of organizing. I do have an idea to make the shelves look better, but I don't know how expensive it's going to be. So I will update you on that when I figure out the cost. I gotta stop saying that. And so I cleaned the kitchen, organized the kitchen. I cooked Abby some eggs. I made Dylan some oatmeal. I worked out for a half hour. I took a shower, and then Crasher and I meditated. Hopefully I could start linking his channel in the video description. I'm learning, guys. These videos suck. I'm sorry. Thank you for sticking with me, bearing with me until I get better at this. I voted today after we meditated. I got dressed. We made the Amazon order, and then I went and voted. And it's the Chicago mayor election, so I voted for Brandon Johnson. I like his views. I don't know if anybody's keeping up with that or gives a crap. So yeah, got voting done. Now I'm on my way to work. I gotta go into work early on Tuesdays because of situations. So yeah, feeling really good today. I feel a lot better. My sinuses are still like unclogging, so I keep getting like plugged ears, and then they'll unplug, and like a lot of gross stuff going on. But I'm feeling a lot better. My stomach isn't upset. I'm not feeling as tired, so I'm doing great. Yeah, that's everything. Oh, Abby's gymnastics meet. Oh my God. she had to be there at 2:30. She didn't even go on until like 6:15. She was the very last flight for her competition. And me and Dylan were just like, holy crap. And the judge too, she was taking forever. And it's like, I get it, everybody should be judged, you know, but like, come on, lady, trim it down a couple of minutes, like, for real. Oh my God, it was aggravating. So then Abby wanted IHOP. She's like obsessed with IHOP right now. I gotta become an IHOP Rewards member, because every time it's her choice to eat out, it's IHOP. So, which I don't mind. I like IHOP. I'd rather go to Buffalo Wild Wings or Byron's, like Dylan. I don't know if you guys heard of Byron's. It was Obama's favorite hot dog stand in Chicago, and they got, I think you could buy a t-shirt with the White House on it, and the owner, I can't remember his name. I don't know him personally, but I know him because my old location for my job used to be like 2 blocks away from Byron, so we would go there and get hot dogs all the time. They put, if you get everything on a hot dog in Chicago, it's mustard, relish, onion, tomato, pickle, celery salt, and sport peppers are optional. They put cucumbers and lettuce, like, you have to be specific at Byron's of what you want on your hot dog, because they'll put lettuce, they'll put cucumbers and tomatoes. It's like a hot mess. It is like a salad on a hot dog. So yeah, hot dogs are a big deal in Chicago. You gotta get Vienna beef. That's the main thing. Vienna beef hot dogs. But yeah, so Dylan had a basketball game Friday night, so when we were done with that, his team won. They kicked this team's ass, dude. And then they won the next day. On Saturday, they won their game. But yesterday, they lost their game. So, Dylan didn't play yesterday. Dylan's not the best basketball player, but I like him getting the exercise. His coach is like the best coach. I love his coach. He's a super sweet guy. He's intense, though. He's very nice to the kids, but you can tell he's like, holding back. But yeah, and then Abby's coach, I love him. This is her 3rd coach for her gymnastics team. There was a huge scandal at the beginning of the session this year to where she had to get a new coach. Her first coach went on to be a firefighter right before COVID. Then COVID happened, and they didn't do gymnastics for 2 years, and then they started it back up last year. Yeah, last year, because we didn't have, at my location, that's the location Abby does gymnastics, we didn't have an instructor for a long time. So, they didn't do gymnastics for a long time. We finally got an instructor like a year and a half ago, and that guy was really good, but he was doing stuff. So I'm not going to comment on that. But so now they have a new instructor, which used to be Dylan's old bitty ball coach and old t-ball coach, and I love him. He's the sweetest guy. So yeah, I'm glad he's her coach now. So yeah, it's nice. But yeah, so because they had their sports and stuff like that, I treated them to, their pick of eating. So it was nice. It's nice. It's been like so long since we've gone out to eat at a restaurant. My kids are very good at restaurants. They have been their whole lives. Like, they're very well behaved in a restaurant. My sister's all like, oh, I can't take my kids to a restaurant. Her older kids, yeah. Her younger kids, no. She's like, I just can't take them. And it's like, I get it. Kids are kids. But my kids they're restaurant people. They love going to restaurants. They're very polite. They learned how to order their own food a long time ago. They treat the waitress with respect. They love tipping the waitress. Like, they're very good restaurant people, which I like, because I enjoy going to restaurants too. So I think the next time we go out to dinner, we're going to go to this Chinese restaurant that I used to go to as a kid. It was by my old house that I grew up in as a kid. I might show it on a video one day. We lived there like we lived there my whole childhood. We lived there from the time I was like 4 or 5 to the time I was 17. So, and it was really nice. It was a 3-bedroom house with 1 bathroom and like 10, 11, anywhere from 10 to 12, 13 people living there, because my mom used to take in stray kids, and basically my sister's boyfriend moved in with us when I was like 9 or 10, and he lived with us for years, and then my brother's girlfriend basically lived with us for years. Like, she would go home sometimes to get some crap, but 85% of the time she was at our house. So, yeah, we always had a lot of people there. 1 bathroom. It was the worst. Well, it was fun. It was fun. It was a good time. But challenging. So, but yeah, so back to the Chinese restaurant. It's called House of Wasan. It used to be by my old house growing up, and that's where we ordered Chinese food from all the time when I was growing up. Like, that was the only place. If we got Chinese, it was House of Wasan. If we got pizza, it was Pete's. If we got hot dogs, it was Eileen or Tina's Best Beef. Tina's is gone now. It's a taco place. And a taqueria. So yeah, so those were our like places we always ate growing up. And then they would get Checkers, which I can't stand Checkers. Or for like hamburgers. And where else did they go all the time? Oh, we went to White Castle a lot and Taco Bell a lot growing up. Those were like our all the time restaurants. I don't think we really ever deviated from those restaurants. Oh no, we used to go to the Golden Angel all the time. Especially when we were teenagers. That was like our hangout diner. But Golden Angel is now a Lou Malnati's, and it sucks. So yeah, I should take the kids to Lou Malnati's. I don't think they've ever had Lou Mal. No, they haven't. My mother-in-law's. My father-in-law loves Lou Malnati's. He gets it all the time. No, not all the time, because it's expensive. But yeah, so I want to take them to House of Wasan so they can experience eating at a Chinese restaurant, because they know what it's like eating at a diner. You know, just like cultural things, you know. Not that it's vastly different, but you know, just different life experiences. That's what I like to do with my kids. I really want to, because we used to do stuff all the time. We used to go to museums at least once a month. We used to go to water parks all the time. We used to go to the beach all the time. And like COVID just like ruined my motivation and Crasher's motivation to like take the kids anywhere. Like, I used to be this super fun mom that was always like, hey, we're going out and doing something. And it's hard now because the only day off I have with the kids is Sunday. So and too, it's like wintertime too. Maybe Sunday we'll go well, no, because Crasher works Sunday. Yikes. I guess we're going to have to wait for the summer, because Crasher and I are off together on Monday and Tuesday. He doesn't like work. He goes and hangs out with his friend, and they like build stuff and fix things. So I just call it work, because he's like Monday he's gonna go hang out with his friend, and they're gonna fix the gas tank on his car. And then Sunday he goes to his friend's house and like hangs out with him and fixes stuff around the house and crap like that. Or sometimes his friend comes over. His friend just fixed my cabinet that was like coming off the wall. I'm like, what is going on with this? Like, everybody's like, oh man, your apartment's amazing. And I'm like, dude, my floor is like separating. My fucking cabinet is coming off the damn wall. My mirror in my bathroom is like falling apart. The tub in my kid's bathroom was like leaking forever, and now it's got like a hole by the drain. And it's like, what kind of crap is excuse me. Before I moved into that apartment, they remodeled it and made it so much nicer. And from what my neighbors tell me, the apartments were like way nicer before they remodeled them. and they took out like linen closets, and they wish they'd never remodeled them because it was like original hardwood floors, and now it's like laminate. And because it's like an old building, you know, like Chicago's got old architecture. I love living in Chicago because of that. I lived in California for 3 years, and it's all like these cookie cutter. You're a dick, man, or a bitch. Sorry, guys. These people pee me off. I gotta bleep out this stuff. Go ahead, lady, because I'm not a jerk like that person. So yeah, they're just like these cookie cutter, no like architectural detail, no like, you know, pizzazz. Like in Chicago, I got most of the time you get crown molding, you get like arches, you get like architectural detail. And now too, like a lot of people are remodeling everything, so they're turning it into shit. They're like making everything look like crap because it's like, oh, builder grade or whatever. So I don't know, you know. And then they never mind, I'm not gonna go on that rant. You know, it's just it's ridiculous. Like there's this beautiful house right next door to my dad's house, like an old stick frame with like beautiful detail, and then they put this like prison block next to it with like no windows and like this ugly, it looks like drywall, but it's not. I guess it's some type of other material, you can't tell, and it like has no character. It's supposed to be modern, and it just is a hideous eyesore next to my dad's house. So I'm not appreciating what builders are doing in Chicago. They're tearing down the beautiful architectural detail and turning it into like California, where it's like this cookie cutter, no character garbage. So yeah, I love my city though. I want to move to the south side because the south side is like Chicago from when I was a kid. They started gentrifying the north side whenever I was living in my house as a kid, my childhood home. All the yuppies started buying the houses, and they brought up the value of the houses. So we got a pretty good penny at the time for our house. They did not tear down my childhood home because of the zoning. Like, there's some spots where the zoning is like you cannot tear down a building, which I appreciate, you know. So they can't tear down my childhood home, so I love it. They did remodel it, and they did a beautiful job because that house was literally falling apart. We were very poor growing up. My parents didn't have money to make repairs on it, you know. So yeah. And so yeah, the north side when I was a kid looked like the south side of Chicago does. It was very like old-fashioned, had a lot of small businesses. A lot of those small businesses are gone now, and there's a lot of vacant storefronts. But then they're building all of these condos everywhere, and again, they look atrocious. So it's losing like its character on the north side. So I just want to move to the south side so I could get some character back in my life. More. Because there's still some character on the north side, but it's not as good as it used to be, man. It's sad. So I'll let you know if I buy a house on the south side, because the houses on the south side are way cheaper. I'm going to have to go down to like the hundreds. I'm at, what is this? I'm at like 4000 north, and I'm going to have to go 40 blocks south, and then 140 blocks south for me to buy a house, to afford a house in the city. And that's if the housing market crashes. So, because we were, what is it, 2021, we were trying to buy a house on the south side in the hundreds, and they wouldn't like entertain us at all because they were looking for investors, not, you know, like family buyers or, you know, personal buying of houses. They would only sell to investors. So every time I put in an offer, they would turn it down. And I was like, what in the hell? So we just stopped looking, you know, we just stopped. We were just like, all right, I guess this isn't going to happen. And then we're like, okay, well, the housing market should crash any time now because we thought it was going to crash immediately from COVID. So, and that did not happen. So that's kind of, I don't know. The way the housing market is going, it's scary. My dream is to like buy a house. And I don't know if I'll ever be able to do that, which is sad. So, sorry to leave you guys on a sad note. I'm at work now, and this video is way too long. So, I love you guys. I appreciate you. I hope you have a beautiful and glorious day. And if you're not having one, I hope it gets better. All right. Bye, guys.